Passing the TOEFL is like climbing a mountain. Which path will take you to the top? Who will help you when you are tired and need water? Better TOEFL scores. Question type: Understanding summary information. In the reading section of the TOEFL IBT, you may be asked to complete a summary chart in which the main topic is given and you must identify the most important supporting points. This type of question has 3 correct answers and is worth 2 points. You will receive 2 points for 3 correct answers, 1 point for 2 correct answers, and 0 points for 1 or 0 correct answers. To complete this question successfully, it is important that you understand how to complete a summary. Part of your understanding how to summarize requires that you understand how to recognize the rhetorical pattern of the information in the passage, which includes the major ideas and the most important supporting points. Some common rhetorical patterns of reading passages include compare and contrast, cause-effect, and argument supported by reasons. Look at an example of a question that asks you to choose summary information. Pause the video to read the passage now. Now it's important to know the passage will be included on one screen and the question will be included on another. While answering this question, you can click back and forth between the question and the reading passage. Pause the video to read the question and the answer choices. The 3 correct answer choices should be chosen since they summarize the most important points in the passage. These 3 choices are underlined. The passage states that babbling begins at approximately the 6th month of age with a large range of sounds, that the parent or adult caregiver typically responds through attending behavior and imitation of the child's sounds, modifying these in accordance with the phonological rules of the adult language, and that the child, through processing this feedback, refines his production so that eventually only the sounds modeled by the surrounding adults are attempted. From this, it can be determined that a child begins babbling at about 6 months, that in response to the babbling, parents, using adult-like pronunciation, imitate and modify the child's sounds, and that the child, after getting feedback, changes the sounds he uses to babble so that they resemble the sounds of the adults. The remaining answer choices are incorrect because they are either unimportant details or untrue. The statement that some parents have deaf children and the statement that adults use phonological rules when speaking a language are true, but are not major supporting points in the passage. The statement that deaf children, unable to hear, do not babble is simply untrue. Look at another example of a question that asks you to choose summary information. Pause the video to read the passage now. The passage will be included on one screen and the question will be included on another. While answering this question, you can click back and forth between the question and the reading passage. Pause the video to read the question and the answer choices now. The three answer choices should be selected since they contain the most important supporting points in the passage. These three answers are underlined. The passage states that he lost the election, but in debating with Douglas, he gained a national reputation that won him the Republican nomination for president in 1860. That he built the Republican Party into a strong national organization, and that he rallied most of the Northern Democrats to the Union cause. From these supporting points, it can be concluded that he was elected president after establishing himself as a major contender in national politics, that he supported the Republican Party so that it was a strong national organization, and that he got Democrats in the North to support the Union cause. The other three answers are not correct because they are unimportant, untrue, or not mentioned. The statement that he lost an election against Stephen A. Douglas while campaigning for senator is true, but it is not an important supporting point. The statement that using the opportunity to relate the Civil War to newfound freedoms of the nation, he boycotted the military cemetery at Gettysburg is false. Lincoln dedicated the cemetery, he did not boycott it. The statement that near the end of the first term as president, he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth is not mentioned. Test-taking strategy. 1. You can identify this question when a summary chart is given. 2. Since this question requires an understanding of the main idea and the most important supporting points, the answer to this question is found throughout the reading passage. 3. To answer this question, you should follow several important steps. A. Carefully read the topic statement in the summary chart. B. Read the passage, especially focusing on the most important points that relate to the topic sentence in the summary chart. C. Read each answer choice and evaluate whether it is unimportant, untrue, or not mentioned in the passage. D. Eliminate any false or not mentioned answers. E. Read each true statement and determine whether it is a major factor or a minor factor related to the topic statement. F. Select the answers that are true and are the most important points as your answers. G. Remember that partial points are possible and that you can put your answers in any particular order. 4. A summary question has 3 correct answers and is worth 2 points. A. You will get 2 points for 3 correct answers. B. You will get 1 point for 2 correct answers. And C. You will get 0 points for 1 or 0 correct answers. The answers may be arranged in any order to be correct.